Satan, Lucifer, Belial, Leviathan, Samael.
Magic and ritual have been fundamental aspects of human culture for millennia, shaping belief systems, spiritual traditions, and personal practices. Throughout history, societies have utilized magical traditions for healing, divination, protection, and empowerment. However, as with any tool of influence, magic carries ethical responsibilities. Even theistic Satanists have boundaries which are seldom, if ever, crossed. We also have morals, although they do not align with societal norms and conventions. True magic is a fine line between creation and destruction, cause and effect, and the balance of invocation and evocation, the difference between effective incantation and fallacious prattle. In this episode, we delve into the implications of practicing magic, the necessity of ethical awareness, and the profound effects these practices have on individuals and society. Understanding where to draw the line is crucial to ensure magic remains a source of enlightenment rather than a nightmare for the practitioner. Magic and ritual have roots that extend deep into antiquity, found in every corner of the world. From the animalistic traditions of early shamans to the highly structured ceremonial magic of ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Greece. These practices have continuously evolved with human civilization. Each society has developed its own interpretations of magic, often aligning their practices with religious and philosophical frameworks. In some cultures, magic was revered as a divine gift, while in others it was feared, persecuted, and in some cases eradicated. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, magic underwent significant transformations, especially in Western societies. The rise of Christian doctrine led to the suppression of many traditional magical practices, labeling them as heretical or demonic, procured straight from the devil. Meanwhile, in other parts of the world, such as Africa and Asia, magical traditions continued to flourish, being integrated into religious and spiritual life by these societies. The Industrial Revolution and the Age of Enlightenment saw a decline in widespread belief of magic. But during the 20th and 21st centuries, we have witnessed a resurgence of esoteric traditions. As people seek spiritual meaning beyond conventional religious organizations. Ethics within magical practice involves the moral considerations of how, when, and why one engages in rituals or spell work. Unlike conventional ethical systems, which are often dictated by laws or social norms, magical ethics requires a deep personal commitment to responsibility and self-awareness. The foundation of ethical magic lies in ensuring that one's practices do not infringe upon the free will, well-being, or safety of others. As practitioners of magic, we understand and respect the laws of return, knowing if we wield this power without caution, we may receive undesired effects and outcomes as a result. A significant ethical question in magic is the issue of consent. Performing a spell or ritual that involves another person without their knowledge or approval raises moral concerns. For example, attraction spells intended to manipulate another's feelings or prosperity rituals that come at another's expense blur the line between empowerment and coercion. Ethical magic is grounded in respect, and practitioners must carefully evaluate their intentions before engaging in magical workings that involve others. With this great power must come great responsibility and self-control. Additionally, practitioners must consider the broader implications of their actions. Magic is not performed in isolation. Every action generates a reaction, whether seen or unseen. This principle, often reflected in spiritual laws such as karma or the rule of three in Wicca, underscores the importance of acting with wisdom and foresight. These are different names for the same phenomena, coming back to the practitioner as a searing magical conflagration. To practice magic ethically, individuals must cultivate a strong sense of self-awareness and accountability. This means taking the time to reflect on one's motivations, understanding the energies being worked, and ensuring that actions align with one's moral values. A responsible practitioner does not wield magic frivolously or without thought. Instead, they approach it with respect, recognizing the potential consequences of their actions. A significant aspect of responsible magical practice is the principle of informed practice. This means thoroughly researching and understanding the magical operations, symbols, energies, spirits, and traditions before using them, especially when it may affect others. Cultural appropriation is an issue that arises when individuals borrow from traditions they do not fully understand or respect. This happens frequently in the practice of hoodoo, which is generational and deep-seated in tradition. Ethical practitioners strive to honor the origins of their practices, seeking permission when necessary and acknowledging the roots of the rituals they incorporate into their work. Steal the work of another and you will pay a price. Another crucial factor is maintaining balance and moderation in magical work. Excessive reliance on magic for personal gain, revenge, attention, love, or manipulation of others can lead to an unhealthy dependency or even destructive outcomes for the practitioner. Ethical practitioners recognize that magic is a tool, not a substitute for personal effort, responsibility, or moral decision-making. By using magic recklessly, you may get what you do not want, and you may never get what you truly desire. Magical practices influence not only the practitioner, but also the wider world, whether through direct interactions with others or by shaping collective energies. Magic has the potential to alter reality. This raises an important question. How does one balance personal freedom with the ethical obligation to prevent harm? Throughout history, magic has been used for both benevolent and malevolent purposes. Witches and sorcerers were often depicted as figures of great power, capable of bestowing blessings or curses. In modern times, magical communities often strive to uphold ethical standards to ensure their practices contribute positively to society. However, there are still those who may use magic irresponsibly for selfish or harmful ends. Even a theistic Satanist will throw a curse now and then, but only after thorough consideration of the implications and ramifications. One significant ethical dilemma in modern magical practice is the increasing commercialization of spirituality. The rise of the online spell casting services, mass-produced ritual tools, and misleading information has led to concerns about the authenticity and ethical integrity of certain practices. Ethical magic requires discernment, not only in how it is practiced, but also in how it's shared and taught to others. Another crucial consideration is the environmental impact of magical practices. Many traditions use herbs, crystals, and other natural materials in their rituals. Ethical practitioners must ensure that they source these materials responsibly, avoiding exploitation or environmental harm. Many practitioners, including myself, grow the herbs and other plants used in their magical practice. Sustainable magic, which emphasizes the respectful use of nature's resources, is an important aspect of modern practices. It's sad but true. The human animal is the only one that actively destroys its living environment without mental reservation. Some have no respect for the echoes of the past. For this reason, they will destroy themselves. To navigate the complexities of ethical magic, practitioners should adopt clear guidelines and remain committed to continuous learning and reflection. In my opinion, some key principles for ethical magical practice include always respecting others and considering the impact of magical workings on others while seeking consent where applicable. You should always weigh the cost-benefit for any magical operation. Next, destruction rituals should only be used as a last resort, after deep contemplation and deliberation. Next, learn about the origins of the traditions that you're using and avoid misusing sacred symbols. Take the time to understand what you are going to do, how the operation will work, and the right way to honor those who have come before and left a rich heritage of magical operations. Next, take full responsibility and accountability for your actions and their consequences, both seen and unseen. Magic is a tool, and any tool can become a weapon, and any weapon can injure indiscriminately. Hear my words. Take heed. Also, be mindful of how magical materials are sourced and used. Everyone can make a difference in this area. You can also commit to growth. You should engage and commit to ongoing study and discussion about ethics within your individual communities. While we all share the left-hand path, awareness begins with each individual. By embracing these principles, practitioners can ensure that magic remains a force of positive transformation rather than an instrument of manipulation or harm. Ethical magic is not about restriction, but empowerment through mindfulness and integrity. So mote it be. Ritual magic is a profound and powerful practice that carries certain obligations. By understanding the historical roots, embracing ethical considerations, and taking responsibility and accountability for your actions, you can ensure magic serves the greater good. The balance between personal freedom and responsibility is essential in preventing the misuse of power and maintaining the integrity of magical traditions. As the global magical community continues to grow, so too must the commitment to individual reflection, ensuring the magic of the ancients is practiced with wisdom, respect, and care for both individuals and the world at large.